Welcome to the first ever virtual presentation of Cleveland State University's 2021 Radiance celebration. Tonight, you'll hear from Sarah Flannery and Tom Caloris, our Radiance co-chairs, CSU President Harlan Sands, and our 2021 President's Medal recipients. We'll hear musical performance featuring our jazz vocal ensemble, the CSU Overtones, and student body president Renee Betterson, our host for the evening. Let's meet up with her and start the show. Is that Magnus? Look, he's waving us in. That's our cue. Let's go.
Hello, and thank you for joining us. We are so excited to be able to reach Vikings worldwide tonight and expand the promise of what Radiance can be. My name is Renee Betterson, and I'm the student body president here at CSU. I'm a senior majoring in English literature and philosophy with a minor in political science. There's a very real sense where giving back is personal to each of us. The instances where I felt most connected to something bigger is the times that I've spent working with the Student Government Association. We are CSU, and we help to determine what CSU looks like into the future. You know, there are distinct moments that define your direction in life. I had my aha moment while pursuing my degree when I was able to participate in a specially tailored internship for credit with the English department at the office of U.S. Senator Sherrod Brown. It was the perfect opportunity for me to take all of my interests and areas of study and apply them to the real world and finally make a real difference here in Ohio at the local level. I hope to give back to the Cleveland community as a lawyer, advocating for international human rights. I got the green light to go out and get the education I need for my future from CSU. And by donating, through Radiance, you're helping students to finish their degree. You're helping them to choose their own professional path and give back to the community through their actions. So now that you've seen our campus from a new perspective, let's take a look at our Radiance scholarships from a similar angle. To help me out, I'd like to introduce Radiance co-chairs Sarah Flannery and Tom Caloris. Can you both hear me?
We can hear you, Renee. You're coming in loud and clear.
As the co-chairs of Radiance, Tom and I thank all of you for joining us tonight and sharing our commitment to raising money to keep college affordable and accessible to all Cleveland State University students.
Especially those of our students that were affected by COVID last year with the loss of their jobs and pay cuts. It's one of the reasons I chose to be on the Cleveland State University's Foundation Board.
And why this year it is more important than ever to give to Radiance scholarships. Many CSU students are already making tough choices for next semester. Every contribution you make makes a difference. Text Radiance to give 216-400-5145.
That's right. Students spend about $400 on books each year. So a donor who just provides $200 will cover one full semester of books for a student. 10 donors who contribute $500 pay for a semester of tuition for a need-based student. CSU students appreciate the support. It helps them pay for their tuition, room and board, purchase books, and when on campus, pay for their parking.
It also reminds them that the Cleveland community has their back. We've been in their shoes, and we know what a difference our Cleveland State education made in our lives.
We have already had many individuals and businesses step up to show their support. We want to show our appreciation to our sponsors, Joni and Tom Adler, TransDime,
Meredith Bond and Tony Scarpa, George W. Codrington Foundation, and Parker Hannafin. Please join us in recognizing their contributions.
Wow. And thanks to those who just donated through our text to give number at the bottom of the screen. We just raised additional funds for 5 students. That was fast.
Next up, we have some amazing students who want to show you the impact of your gift. But first, we want to tell you a little bit about how Radiance has expanded its reach in 2021 after 10 years of focusing on last mile scholarships.
This year, we're doing even more. Radiance has expanded to include financial assistance for students at every point in their experience, not just the last mile. With a new full spectrum of scholarships, Radiance is attracting students, helping them maintain momentum and finish college. Radiance has raised in excess of $10 million since 2011, enabling more than 2,000 academically strong juniors and seniors to complete their degree.
That's amazing. I am so happy to be a part of this effort, and so is the rest of our foundation board, many of whom are watching from home. We would also like to thank our Radiance team captains. Each year, the foundation directors rally together on teams to raise money. This year, leading the teams are Jim Kandrick, Janet Kramer, Miles Gallagher, and Ariane Kirkpatrick. Thank you to the captains, and again to the entire foundation for their endless dedication to Radiance. Thank you for raising money for student success. We hope to see you in person soon. We've been busy, but not as busy as our students. Renee, what's been going on over at the Student Center?
Magnus and I were just making sure that we have our medals ready for the award recipients. Magnus, where'd you put them? Okay, well, in the meantime, we want to make sure that you have on your green-tinted glasses to see through the eyes of students like me who are realizing the promise. You know, 80% of graduating students choose to remain in Northeast Ohio to pursue their careers and give back to the community. Let's meet a few of them now. Performing his winning Radiance poem submission, let's hear from PhD candidate and Director of Student Success for the Pratt Center, Jarrett G. Pratt.
Shine bright. The earth quakes as we shake off the tiredness of a pandemic. The diversity of the world is well represented in this community of academics. See us, you. Our community still mourning, holding close the memories of those too soon gone. Our community is in the morning as we watch the seeds planted yesterday bloom. Eyes with champions focus fixed beyond the horizon. Our value is rising as we aim to be a beacon. We are the light for communities seeking the power to transform, striving towards the beaches of destiny with the promise of these new sands. They are innovating, integrating, and creating opportunities for students to grow. A vision of CSU 2.0. Radiant is the light we share, and precious is the space we hold. May our efforts always honor those visionaries of long ago, those who push past the dissonance to bestow the light. We engage with the wisdom of the sage in all disciplines, investing in these new seeds. Let the headlines read, CSU draped in forest green and white, provided the light for the city of Cleveland to shine. Shine bright, CSU, shine.
I'm Zachary, I'm 21, and I'm in the graduating class of 2021. My major is urban and regional planning. The Radiance Scholarship is applied directly to my tuition, but that frees up money for me to allow to pay for groceries, to pay for rent. I don't have a car, so I don't pay for gas, but just anything living expenses wise. I think living downtown is really important, especially for my degree as urban planning, because it allows me to see how the ecosystem actually works, and it allows me to make critiques and kind of see the process firsthand.
Hi, so I'm Michaela Geary, a current student at Cleveland State University. I am 22 years old, and I am class of spring 21. So my current major is urban studies, so my focus is community development arts management. I received the Link Scholarship and also the McNair Scholarship as well. So with those two, I was able to continue my academic career, of course, but also be invited into a portal of like different activities and academic activities I can be involved with, and just being confident in my academic field. So at the beginning of COVID, I ended up losing my job. So I was unemployed for almost like 8 months or so. That kind of like made me worried about a lot because I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to get through school. I don't know how things will be done on my end in terms of finishing my degree. I can say with the program, specifically the LINK program, there were different opportunities besides the scholarship. I know that they offer different opportunities and financial assistance outside of Cleveland State. And also with the McNair Scholarship Program, they did offer different food pantries throughout COVID, gave assistance with living assistance, and also just making sure students had the necessary books and supplies that they need for the fall semester.
Okay, my name is Kirsten Conway. I'm 19 years old and I will be graduating in 2022. I received the President's Scholarship, and then I've been receiving the academic scholarship through theater. But I don't have to have the burden and the fear of not being able to pay for my living and for the day-to-day things, so that I am able to full-time focus on my studies. And being able to take the maximum amount of credits has allowed me to explore other things that I wouldn't have been able to if I had to also have my time working. And theater itself is a job because we're in rehearsals every night or we're performing, and so I'm constantly at the school. So being able to have that time allows me to do the best that I can as an artist and can fully commit myself to what I'm working on and as a student. And I've also been able to explore other things. I was able to pick up an anthropology minor, which has been very impactful in my understanding of theater, because the more you understand people and their cultures, and especially cultures that you're not a part of, the more that you understand what it means to be human and what you should do to be human. And I feel like that has been very impactful in my understanding of different works of theater and being an actor myself.
Hi, my name is Reem. I'm 20 years old. I'm double majoring in history and social studies, and hopefully I'll be graduating with the class of 2023. So I have 2 scholarships. One is called the Provost Scholarship, and then I'm part of a Oregon campus. It's called the Campus Activities Board, and they also give me some scholarship money. Being given these scholarships has definitely given me, one, less stress, but also more opportunities of taking more classes that I want to take and providing me the books that I need without paying all of it out of pocket. In the United States, I'm very fortunate of the opportunities I've been given. My parents are both immigrants, so they definitely came with the right idea of giving me the best opportunities in education. So when I teach history, I want to teach everyone basically love and passion and kindness. I think we should learn more about each other's past and cultures and just be more kind to each other. So I definitely want to emphasize that. So these scholarships have definitely reminded me why I want to receive an education and everything. Coming into Cleveland State, I was, again, dealing with a lot of mental health stuff, and I honestly didn't see myself living past the next year, which is unfortunate to think about, but I'm a lot more stronger and I can talk about it. So being a part of these organizations, such as the Campus Activities Board, they've given me tons of bonds of people that I can trust and I can rely on every day. I'm just really grateful for these scholarships, giving me the chance to come to class and not have to feel stressed. And the only stress I'll actually have is on a test I have that week.
Hi, my name's Emily. I'm 20 years old and my graduating class is spring 2022. Yeah, so I received the Jack Joseph and Morton Mandel Honor Scholarship, then the Choose Ohio First Scholarship, and finally a Music Talent Scholarship from the School of Music. The value that I've come to realize, the 3 different scholarships that I've received, it's something that can't really put a price on it unnecessarily, because the people that I've met, the network that I'm still building to this day, even the internships that I've gotten, have all come through this one central being, which is Cleveland State University. These scholarships at CSU, they represent empowerment.
Now, it is my great pleasure to introduce the president of Cleveland State University, Harlan Sands, who will present the President's Medal this year. President Sands, take it away.
Thank you, Renee. With student leaders like you at CSU and students like the ones we've heard from tonight, I have renewed confidence in the next generation. Great job. And thanks, Tom and Sarah, for being our co-chairs this evening. We are so glad to have you here, and we are all so grateful for your contributions. This has been a year of adapting to a new normal, and as you can see, we're adapting our traditional in-person format to this virtual event. It's our students, though, who have had to make the biggest adjustments to keep up with their studies and pursuit of their dreams during this pandemic. And that's why we're here tonight, to support them, to celebrate them, and of course, provide much-needed direct financial support. This is our 10th anniversary event, and we have a lot to celebrate. I want to start this evening by acknowledging some special people. Chairman of the Board of Trustees of Cleveland State, David Gunning, Vice Chair Tim Cosgrove, and all of our board members who serve so selflessly in advancing our cause. Tom Hopkins, Chair of our Foundation Board of Directors, and all of our Foundation board members. Nikki Bird and all of our members of the Alumni Association Board of Directors. Our Radiance Host Committee members and Host Committee chairs, Heather Lennox and Dennis Lafferty. And of course, our presenting sponsors tonight, PNC Eaton, Ms. Marjorie Chirac, Char and Chuck Fowler, and the CSU Cleveland Marshall Law Association. Together, we make a great team, and I thank you. I'm also pleased to announce tonight, for the first time, a new gift of $1 million to the CSU Forward Together Fund from Jay Lucarelli. The Forward Together Fund was established in 2018 to support university efforts to advance strategic initiatives that drive student success. Jay, we welcome you to our CSU family of givers and look forward to having you as a part of our efforts to change lives and promote engaged learning at CSU. Thank you so much. Well, what a year it's been for Cleveland State. This past year has been like no other. We've spent the better part of it learning about ourselves in ways that no one anticipated. We've learned so much as a nation, as a state, as a community, and as an institution. And for our CSU family, this pandemic has provided a true test of who we are, helped us refocus on what's most important, and given us an opportunity to reinvest in ourselves and pivot toward a new normal together. And the results? A pandemic response plan second to none, with one of the lowest on-campus positivity rates among urban campuses in the nation. A stronger bond between our faculty, staff, and students, who all stepped up to deliver in a remote teaching and learning environment in creative and innovative ways that led to steady retention rates and student engagement. The impetus to work together and develop CSU 2.0, our exciting aspirational plan to grow CSU over the next 5 years to bring our unique brand of engaged learning to more students and meet the growing needs of our Northeast Ohio community. We have enjoyed the continuing success of our Parker Hannafin Living and Learning community, where students graduating from Cleveland Metropolitan School District receive free room and board as part of a focused leadership program. All 30 students from the inaugural class came back for year 2. Simply amazing. We've established a transformational partnership with Case Western Reserve University, the Cleveland Clinic, University Hospitals, and Metro Health to create the Cleveland Innovation District, where CSU will be the lead partner in doubling the talent pipeline for 19 distinct degree programs in technology, healthcare, and engineering. We are currently hosting the state's largest mass vaccination center at Wallstein Arena, which just recently passed 100,000 vaccinations delivered. And our men's basketball team qualified for the NCAA tournament for the first time in 12 years. So thrilling. None of this is possible without you and all of our CSU supporters, faculty, staff, business leaders, alums, community leaders, all who truly care about our students and our mission and are all in on CSU's success, especially during our most challenging times. On behalf of all of us at CSU, thank you for your continuing support. Thank you for your support of Radiance over the past 10 years. It is a critical piece of what we are doing every single day to mitigate challenges that can derail students from their dreams. Now, it is time to award the President's Medal, Cleveland State's most prestigious non-academic award, and not because it's called the President's Medal, but because it provides us an opportunity to recognize those from our community who make the most impactful contributions to the success of what we do. This year, we have 4 outstanding recipients, Bridget and Bernie Moreno, and Judy and Bob Rawson. These generous and compassionate individuals have each directly impacted our students' collective success and helped transform their lives, and not just with their pocketbooks, but with their personal time, commitment, and caring about all of us at CSU. On a personal level, all 4 of them have been a pleasure to get to know, spend time with, and learn from. My wife Lynn and I will always be grateful for the personal stake they have in us, in the university, and in our community. They are truly 4 Mensches, and they don't know this yet. The President's Medal requires them to continue to mentor current and future presidents of CSU. So more lunches and dinners are in store. Thank you in advance for staying with us. Let me tell you a little bit about Bernie and Bridget Moreno and their contributions to CSU and our community. They came to Cleveland from Boston in 2005 with their 4 children without any connection to the area, knowing no one. They experienced what many of us new Clevelanders have, the warmth and love of the Cleveland community to newcomers, and they have been loving Cleveland back ever since. Bernie's inspiring life story, from coming to the U.S. from Columbia at age 5 speaking no English, to marrying up to his college sweetheart at Michigan, then building an extremely successful auto dealership company in Cleveland, is something I am sure you will all be hearing more about in the coming months as he embarks on his next career. Bernie served on our board for 7 years, including 2 as chairman, and just to be fully transparent, helped to bring Lynn and me here to Cleveland State. During his time at Cleveland State as a trustee, he helped lead us through a time of campus growth, academic excellence, and increasing philanthropy. In 2018, he and Bridget led the creation of CSU's Bernie Moreno Center for Sales Excellence, a regional center for sales education that is one of a kind in higher education. They also created the annual Bernie Moreno Company's College Completion Scholarship. We could not be more grateful to Bridget and Bernie for the way they have helped transform lives every day. And in recognition of your professional and personal achievements and your support, commitment, and leadership to Cleveland and Cleveland State University, we are pleased to award you the President's Medal. Congratulations.
Thank you, President Sands, for those very kind words. When Bridget and I moved here 16 years ago, we knew Cleveland State was a special place, but I really got to understand that serving 7 years on the Board of Trustees and 2 years as chairman of the board. During my time as a member of the Board of Trustees, Bridget and I had the honor of creating the Bernie Moreno Company's College Completion Program and saw that those scholarships really benefited students who just needed that extra help, the kind of help that Radiance provides them. And then in 2018, Bridget and I led the creation of the CSU Center for Sales Excellence. We've been inspired by the dedication and determination of Cleveland State students. In addition, we've seen firsthand that Cleveland State students have incredible work ethic and great personality. They understand grit, they understand determination. These traits are vital to becoming successful. We've provided scholarships also for Tri-C and CSU. And at commencement, where I spoke as chair, the valedictorian that spoke after I did had received both scholarships from our fund. That, for certain, was the highlight of my time at CSU. So thank you so much for this award, It means a lot to Bridget and I. We wish she had been here, but she's in New York and baby duty. And we know that CSU students are fantastic because we've seen them firsthand at our dealerships. And I'd like to turn it over to Bridget for a few words. So Bridget.
Thank you, Bertie, and greetings from New York City. I would like to thank President Sands and the Radiance Committee for selecting Bertie and me for this award. We believe that access to education is paramount for our community, and Cleveland State University takes that task very seriously. They offer classes from kindergarten through graduate programs. I'd like to thank you for donating to this scholarship because it is truly making a difference.
Our next President's Medal recipients, Bob and Judy Rawson, are another iconic power couple who have given so much to Cleveland State and our community over the years. Bob served 15 years as partner in charge of the Cleveland office of Jones Day and 9 years on the Cleveland State University Board of Trustees, including 5 years as chairman. Under his board leadership, freshman enrollments doubled, a new honors college was established, and 6 new buildings were constructed on campus. Judy, also a lawyer, is a former assistant director of law for the city of Cleveland, who served 21 years in Shaker Heights city government, first as a council member and then 2 terms as mayor. Thanks to their generous donation, CSU's Rawson Learning Commons was created in the CSU Cleveland Marshall College of Law. The couple has also been honored by our Maxine Goodman Levin College of Urban Affairs as recipients of the In Tribute to the Public Service Award, and both are members of the Cleveland State Cleveland Marshall College of Law Hall of Fame. We could not be more grateful to Judy and Bob. They too are helping transform lives and continue to give back to all of those around them, and also supporting Lynn and I in our duties here at Cleveland State. In recognition of your professional and personal achievements and your support, commitment, and leadership to Cleveland and Cleveland State University, we are pleased to award you both the President's Medal of Honor. Congratulations.
First, let me thank President Sands sincerely for recognizing Judy and me with the President's Medal, a significant honor, particularly in company with the Morenos. When I was appointed to the board by the governor, I considered it a distinct honor, and now this is a bookend to that. It's nice to be recognized after my service. My service on the board and on the foundation board has been much more a privilege than a task, and I have benefited from that engagement with students, faculty, staff, and fellow trustees. Anyone would say that the university is in much more solid position 15 years later. Under the leadership of Presidents Schwartz, Berkman, and Sands, the university has clearly progressed in so many ways. The faculty has taken teaching and research to new levels. The student body has developed thanks in part to greater accessibility and affordability, but has developed in all respects, in numbers, but even more in the quality of the student body itself. The result has been more job opportunities for graduates, most of whom stay in Northeast Ohio. Accordingly, CSU is now recognized as a central institution in our community, a driver of the economy and civic life generally. As a lawyer, I am especially aware of the law school's contributions. Graduates are proven leaders on the bench and in the profession. Having known and worked with many of them over the years, I can personally attest to the quality of the legal education at Cleveland Marshall. That is why Judy and I were delighted to assist in the creation of the Learning Commons.
And I want you to know that the Learning Commons is an amazing modern facility. It permits students to study in private, comfortable, and flexible pods using sophisticated technology to engage with legal questions, all the while surrounded by large photographs of Cleveland and other cities. As a lawyer myself and former mayor of Shaker Heights, I am personally aware of the significance of the law school in strengthening both the bar and the community. Bob and I personally believe in the law school's motto, learn law, live justice. So, during the design of the Learning Commons, we were excited about possibilities for forging great collaborative lawyers with a deep commitment to Greater Cleveland. So, thank you again for this wonderful honor and for all that all of you are doing to support the Vikings and the mission of Cleveland State. We thank you.
Thank you, President Sands, Bridget and Bernie Moreno, as well as Judy and Bob Rawson for your gifts to campus, which will help students for generations to come. Remember, if you'd like to help impact student success, please donate by texting to give to the number below. You can be the reason that one student graduates, the same way that the Morenos and the Rawsons have helped our entire community. We're gonna take a quick break and let you enjoy the sounds of the CSU Overtones, our vocal jazz ensemble from the CSU School of Music. And when we come back, we'll hear from more students whose lives have been changed by your donations. Here are the Overtones, presented by our reception sponsors, Jones Day and Cheryl and Joe Lewandowski.
In a mellow tone,
you take it easy every day.
Play a melody,
and life is easy every way.
In a mellow tone,
pretty soon the smoother you go.
In a mellow key,
pretty soon you hear, pretty soon you know.
In a mellow style,
and when you sing,
a joy to hear.
Make it swing.
Life's a melody,
just listen.
To please thee.
In
a mellow tone,
you wanna keep it soft and low.
There's a mellow glow,
you need it how to love, you know.
Kind of mellow
Pretty
mode,
soon you're living alone.
Sorta indigo,
pretty days ahead, pretty skies above.
A song of love,
I'm talking about love,
and love alone.
I'm talking about life,
a melody.
I'm talking about living in a mellow tone. In a mellow tone, play a melody. In a mellow tone, in a mellow key, in a mellow style, a joy to hear. Life's a melody to please the ear. Sing it mellow, play it mellow, 'cause that's the choice, that's the voice that you're hearing. When you're in the mood for a melody with an attitude, sing it mellow, just don't holler out loud. This song may be lazy, make you crazy. Lay back, relax, enjoy the slow down. Just give it a shot. The rhythm's hitting the spot. Just take it easy. The thing
If I could say anything to the donors.
To the donors.
The donors.
The donors.
If I could talk to the sponsors who've donated to my scholarships, I would really like to say the biggest thank you. So words can't express how much I am indebted, literally and figuratively.
I would say thank you for enabling such a great education at such a low price.
I would say I truly appreciate your assistance, because without you all, I don't think I would be in this situation sitting here saying all of this stuff. So I can say I'm very humble and grateful that I have an opportunity to continue my academic career and just not finishing up and seeing how it flourished over time. But I do say that the donors' contributions to Cleveland State and making sure Cleveland State is still where it needs to be and better is something really huge.
I'm so grateful for the donors because I can tell they put in so much work and effort, and they have definitely impacted me and my fellow friends in so many great ways, and they put so much less stress on us. So thank you very much.
They're helping these students who, one, to not be worried about financials, and two, to constantly push to be better. And I feel like when they graduate, this is the next generation of engineers and doctors and actors and teachers and politicians, and having people who are constantly working to be the best and at what they do, and to push past adversity and work to fully understand things, not because it's written on paper, but because it's something that fulfills them. That's like the kind of future that you want to see. Realizing the promise.
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 Celebrating 10 years.
Celebrating 10 years.
Celebrating 10 years.
Celebrating 10 years.
Celebrating 10 years
of Radiance.
Welcome back. We are nearing the end of Radiance 2021. Thank you for spending your evening with us. In 2011, it all started by raising $377,000 at our inaugural event, thanks to 75 sponsors, including Judy and Bob Rawson.
How's it going? 10 years later, we've raised over $10 million for Radiance. And this year, expanded Radiance's reach to encompass all student scholarships. We can help impact every area where they may fall short financially, so that their academics do not.
This is the last chance to text to give tonight. You heard from scholarship recipients earlier, but we want to tell you how your dollars will impact student life. Radiance money now supports Lift Up Bikes, providing access to our student food pantry, 2-for-1 scholarships, where incoming freshmen pay for one semester and CSU covers any financial gaps on the second semester. And the dollars continue to go towards last mile scholarships, adding much needed financial aid for books, parking, and living expenses so that students can focus on finishing their degrees, getting jobs, and giving back to Cleveland.
In 2020, CSU raised over $2 million for Radiance scholarships, awarding 2,000 students assistance opportunities. This year, with our expanded mission to assist all scholarship fundraising through Radiance, we've been able to make leaps and bounds in more student lives than ever before. We want to recognize our platinum sponsors who made this possible. President Sands, are we forgetting anything?
Tom, I can think of one thing we missed. Before we announce the grand total that our 173 sponsors brought in this year, as well as our brand new Text to Give donations, I need to give some special thanks to someone who's devoted a lot of time and energy to Radiance as our Vice President of Advancement and Executive Director of the CSU Foundation, Julie Ream. Julie's been instrumental in our fundraising efforts and supporting the foundation. Julie, all of this starts and ends with our team in advancement. Thank you and the entire team. You're valued members of CSU, and we really appreciate all of your efforts.
Thank you so much, President Sands. I'm really excited to be here. This has been an extraordinary year for all of us, and we are so pleased that we are able to host the 10th anniversary of Radiance, even though we can't be together in the same room. I'd like to personally thank our Foundation Board of Directors for all of their hard work throughout the year. The Foundation Board of Directors has gone above and beyond, ensuring that we receive Radiance donations and sponsorships, and their continued dedication to Cleveland State and Radiance is greatly appreciated. A special thank you, too, to all of our sponsors. As you saw and heard tonight, your support made a huge difference. It was highly impactful for our students and helped them stay on track to get their degrees. I think you saw tonight that our CSU family is strong and it's special, and I am incredibly proud to be part of it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Julie. Would you like to announce the grand total raised for Radiance 2021 with me?
Absolutely.
Renee, how about you?
I'm in.
Tom?
Let's do it.
Sarah?
Yes, ready.
Magnus? Okay, between Radiance 2020 and 2021, we have raised $4.2 million in support of student success. What a fantastic accomplishment. So a round of applause for all of you out there who helped make this happen.
We hope that this evening has brought our CSU community a little closer together, even if you're at home or watching from far away. Don't forget, you can connect with us online and rewatch this program as many times as you want by subscribing to @Cleveland State University's YouTube channel.